I talked about in the last episode that there were a few bits missing, and most of the bike was here, and I'm very, very pleased with what I bought in my box of bits. But there were a few bits missing. The first piece that was missing was ridiculously, I had a big box of bolts and nuts that came with it, and picking through. I mean, most of the external fastenings I am replacing with stainless, but stainless obviously is not as strong as real steel. So I'm actually only the internal fastenings I am not replacing. I'm with stainless. I'm keeping with good quality, high tensile steel, and consequently clutch. So a lot of the clutch, the basket was fine, but the clutch bolts were missing, and so were the washers. So anyway, I've got all that done now, and it's looking good. Clutch works. As you can see, the starter motor, the kickstart's in now, which is really actually quite amazing how these little things excite you. But you kick over the starter motor, starter handle, and the pistons go up and down, which is really exciting. Makes it feel a bit more real and a bit more living. But one of the things that I was missing was all of the cam chain tensioners. So there's one that goes in the barrel, which is a guide, that was missing. The ones that go in here were missing. I've now got them. I'll do another video on that. And all these things actually cost a surprising amount of money. 50 quid here, 50 quid there. It just adds up. But anyway, so I've got all those bits now. But then the largest section that was missing is over here. So all of this section here is the starter motor and the alternator generator. All fits in here. And when I had my box of bits, there was a generator in there, but I wasn't that familiar with Kawasaki's and didn't recognise that it actually wasn't for this bike. It's actually for a GP Z550. So not suitable at all for this. So that was the alternator generator, but these gears here, which are all cleverly done for the starter motor, were missing altogether. So again, on eBay, been very, very fortunate and managed to pick up this idler gear, this gear here, the bearing that goes beneath it, the special little bungee washer that goes there. And then, most tricky of all, this little thrust washer here. So all of these components were missing, and frankly it's been a right pain trying to get them all. But anyway, I've got them all now, so that's going to be assembled probably next. So get the stator in there, the rotor in there, all of this gapped up properly, and then the casing on. Other bits that were missing was all the bits around the battery box. So this battery box here, which I had powder coated with everything else, looks really nice with the stainless steel fittings. There is actually a little circuit board here that fits on, that has all of the connectors for the main loom. And there's not much to it, if I'm honest. This is it here. This is it here. I didn't have it when I had the powder coating, so it's not powder coated. I've painted it to match. But basically, it goes on there, and then all the connectors go on there. And this is basically the main sort of fuse board for everything. It has the fuses on there. The relays click onto these little uprights here, and it's quite an important piece. But I could not get one at a reasonable price in the UK at all. Even reliable places such as Z-Power were wanting nearly £100 for this little piece of metal. Anyway, fortunately, my father-in-law lives in America, so I bought one in America, had it shipped to him, and he brought it over for Christmas. So that's great. So now I can get that done, which means I can now do all of the wiring, which again for me is quite an excitement bit. I can get the starter motor in and then start hopefully getting it so it will actually turn over on the starter, which would be really exciting. So more to come on that one.